Welcome back, and you tuned into the Nafisa Dango Show, and that was definitely a very emotional interview with Sister Zainab Gina, talking us through the traumatizing situation she went through, where she, of course, saved somebody from getting kidnapped. Not an easy situation to go through. So we're saying, of course, once again, please be reactive and stay alert. We're now going to go on to our newspaper review segment, and we're going to review the top stories for this week with the edition of the Rising Sun. And with me online, I have Brother Kennedy Netchitingulu. Hi, how are you doing this afternoon? And thank you so much for joining us. We seem to be having a problem with sound. Just give us a second. Let's see if we can sort the sound out. Can you hear me now, Brother Kennedy? Would you like to unmute your? You need to unmute your phone. We sorted. That's better. There we go. Hi, welcome to the show. We're so glad to have you on today. Brother Kennedy, you don't seem to be unmuted there. I can't seem to hear you at the moment. Give me a second. Let's see if we can sort it out. We can't seem to hear you at the moment. Can you hear me? Do you want to try taking your earphones out and let's see if we can hear you? Hi, do we have sound now? Unfortunately not. We don't seem to be having any sound here. Okay, we're going to go for a quick break. We'll be back with you in a split. Hi. Mm-mm. Okay, so we were tuned in earlier to Sister Zainab Gina, definitely an inspirational woman for us, talking about her situation where she witnessed, of course, a woman getting kidnapped, but she didn't just stop there. What she did is she started reacting towards it. And I think that's the important part that we need to understand is the situations that we're in, how we need to actually deal with it. A lot of the times I think we freeze and we don't know how to deal with the situation. And what she did is she started screaming, and that has literally saved the woman's life because she was already in the boot of the car and they were ready to drive away with her. And I think that's a really traumatizing, very scary situation. Speaking to her has shed some light on the matter, a very emotional discussion on how she felt. And of course, one of the perpetrators getting shot in the process. I think it's important for us as South Africans generally to understand how important it is to create support structures within our communities, create those groups, warn each other about the dangers that are out there, and of course, try and alert each other so that we can create a support structure where each one of us is safe in some way or the other. And I think it's important, of course, for us to also understand that it's not a good situation where we freeze, because people need to be helped. And I think a lot of the times when we come into the situation, we kind of pretend like it's not there. And she's done something really brave. So we want to commend her this afternoon. She's most definitely the heroine of Salam Media, and I think of lots of other people in the Montgomery Park area as well. For what she's done was so selfless. She put her own life at risk, literally to save somebody else's. And I think was just an amazing topic that we brought to the fore. But we tried to get a hold of Brother Kennedy, who's of course from the Rising Sun, and we wanted him to give us some. Basically shed some light on the situation in the communities right now, what sort of stories are making headlines and what's important for us. So let's see if we can get him on the line. Do we have Brother Kennedy on the line? Okay, so another thing that we're also going to be doing is we want you to keep in touch and of course stay tuned for something really exciting happening, and that is our competition for this afternoon. And as you know, our competition is with Kwantu Private Game Reserve in conjunction with Salam Media, where it's a 2-night getaway, a weekend getaway for two. And I think it's something exciting. So we're saying you need to follow our Facebook, Instagram, and of course Twitter pages and have a look at it and get involved with this. But we're going to take a quick ad break. We're going to be back with you in a short while.